Are you a man over 60? Do you find yourself waking up multiple times a night just to use the bathroom? That's not just annoying, it's draining your energy, affecting your mood, and quietly stealing your quality of life. This message is for you, and it might just change the way you think about aging and prostate health forever. Hey there, before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love seeing how far these conversations are reaching. While you're at it, hit that like button if you value practical health advice that's rooted in real science, not hype. And if you want more videos that help you thrive in your senior years, subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss out. I am Dr. Matt, a certified urologist and men's health specialist. What I'm sharing today isn't speculation or wishful thinking. It's grounded in real science, real data, and clinical expertise. So let's get into the first daily habit, which is strategic hydration. If you've ever been told to just drink more water, that's only half the truth. What men over 60 really need is hydration with a strategy. Here's the reality. Your bladder and prostate have a complicated relationship, and time of day matters more than you think. Let me break this down simply. Your prostate sits just below your bladder, wrapped around the urethra, like a gentle clamp on a hose. As you age, especially past 60, it's common for the prostate to enlarge in a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. This growth adds pressure to your urinary system. It's like pinching a straw while trying to drink. That's why many men experience slow flow, incomplete emptying, and those relentless nighttime bathroom trips that disrupt deep sleep. But here's the good news. Strategic hydration can reduce these disruptions dramatically, without medication, surgery, or supplements. The key is front-loading your fluids, drinking the bulk of your water before 6 p.m. Why? Because concentrated urine, the kind your body produces when you're slightly dehydrated, is irritating to both the bladder and the prostate. It creates urgency, frequency, and even inflammation. And if you're consuming most of your fluids late in the day or at dinner, you're practically guaranteeing sleep disruption. Instead, aim to drink 70% of your daily fluid intake before mid-afternoon, then slowly taper off. Try this. 8 to 10 ounces of water right after waking. Another 16 ounces with breakfast. A full glass every hour until 2 p.m. Then cut back after 4 p.m. And limit fluid intake completely 2 hours before bed. This rhythm gives your kidneys enough time to process fluids while you're still active, not while you're trying to sleep. Your bladder and prostate will thank you. Let's not ignore the silent saboteurs. Caffeinated beverages, carbonated sodas, and alcohol, especially red wine and beer, act as diuretics. They stimulate the bladder and irritate the prostate lining. If you're having trouble with urgency or frequent urination, take a look at your drink choices. Even mild shifts can create powerful results. Let me paint a picture. Imagine sleeping through the night, waking up with energy, feeling clear-headed instead of foggy and irritable. That's what happens when your bladder isn't giving you a 2 a.m. wake-up call. You'll experience fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom, less bladder urgency throughout the day, improved prostate comfort, deeper, restorative sleep, which is critical for hormone balance, immune health, and even memory. And here's something most men overlook. Hydration also helps your medications, if you take any, work more efficiently, and reduces your risk of urinary tract infections, which become more common with age and BPH. It's a domino effect that starts with something as simple as timing your fluids correctly. If you're thinking, I already drink enough water, ask yourself this. When are you drinking it? You could be staying hydrated but still aggravating your bladder and prostate simply by drinking at the wrong times. It's not about restriction. It's about rhythm. Strategic hydration is one of the easiest, cheapest, and most effective daily habits you can start immediately, today. And unlike complicated supplement regimens or expensive procedures, this one costs nothing, and works with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. Quick check-in. What time of day do you drink most of your fluids? Morning, afternoon, or evening? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see how everyone's doing. If this insight has been helpful so far, hit that like button so YouTube knows this content matters. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful, research-backed advice on senior men's health. Sharing this with a friend or family member could genuinely improve their well-being too. So remember, drink smarter, not just more. Front-loading your fluids and tapering off in the evening gives your bladder a break and your body a chance to truly rest. But let's keep going. Because the second habit I want to share with you doesn't require a prescription, supplement, or even a doctor's visit. Just your own 2 feet and 15 minutes of your time. It's what I call medicine in motion. And it could very well be the simplest and most effective natural remedy for improving prostate health that most men overlook. Here's what I mean. When you take a walk, ideally after a meal, you're doing far more than stretching your legs. You're creating a healing response throughout your entire body. Especially in the pelvic region, where your prostate lives and breathes. See, one of the hidden challenges with aging is circulation. Blood flow naturally slows in certain parts of the body, and for men over 60, the pelvis is one of those areas that suffers most. But a simple, consistent walk? It changes that. Every step you take boosts blood flow to your lower abdomen, delivering fresh oxygen, vital nutrients, and clearing out waste products that can cause inflammation and swelling in the prostate. And that's not just theory. That's physiology. I've seen it time and time again. Men who commit to a post-meal walking routine experience fewer symptoms of BPH, less pelvic tension, and better bladder control. And it doesn't take long to notice the change. Now, if you're finding this helpful so far, I'd really appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. It helps more men see this message. And let me know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? I'm always curious to hear from viewers across the US, Canada, Europe, and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more simple, science-backed strategies just like this one. Let's go a little deeper. You see, this walking habit does more than just boost circulation. It also helps manage a silent culprit that's linked to prostate growth, your blood sugar. Most men don't realize this, but after a meal, especially one high in carbohydrates or sugars, your blood sugar levels spike. That triggers insulin, and if it happens too often, it can lead to insulin resistance, prediabetes, and full-blown type 2 diabetes. Here's the connection. High blood sugar and insulin resistance aren't just bad for your heart. They fuel prostate growth. Multiple studies have shown that men with poor glucose control tend to have larger prostates, more inflammation, and worse urinary symptoms. But here's the good news. Just a 15-minute walk after eating helps your muscles absorb that excess sugar from the bloodstream, reducing the glucose spike and lightening the load on your insulin response. You're literally walking away from one of the key drivers of BPH. That's not all. Movement, especially the kind you do after meals, has another superpower. It lowers inflammation throughout the body. And chronic inflammation, as you've probably heard me say before, is the slow-burning fire that damages tissues, irritates glands, and makes healing harder. But movement cools that fire down. Gentle walking has been shown to lower levels of C-reactive protein, one of the most important markers of systemic inflammation. It also helps balance cortisol levels, improve sleep, and regulate key hormones like testosterone, all of which play a role in the health and function of your prostate. Let me give you an example. One of my patients, Jim, 68, retired, used to wake up 4 times a night to urinate. He was always tired, cranky, and starting to feel hopeless. When we looked at his lifestyle, he wasn't moving much at all. Meals, couch, TV. Repeat. I asked him to do just 2 things. 1. Start drinking most of his water before 4 p.m. 2. Walk for 15 minutes after lunch and dinner. 3 weeks later, Jim came back smiling. He was only getting up once during the night. His stream was stronger. His mood had lifted. And he told me something I won't forget. Doc, it's like I finally got my evenings back. That's the power of simple, targeted change. Now I know some of you might be thinking, Doc, I've got arthritis, or I can't do a full walk. That's okay. Start with what you can do. Walk inside your home. Do laps around your kitchen or hallway. Use a walker or cane if you need to. Even just marching in place while watching TV helps activate circulation. The key is consistency, not intensity. And if you want to get even more out of this habit, try combining your walk with deep, nasal breathing. Breathe in through your nose, slowly out through your mouth. It calms your nervous system, helps regulate blood pressure, and lowers cortisol, your stress hormone, which also impacts your prostate health. You see, walking after meals isn't just a habit. It's medicine. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, after dinner, lace up your shoes and walk for 15 minutes. No phone. No distractions. Just you, your breath, and your body. Then come back and tell me how you feel. And if you know someone, a brother, a friend, a neighbor, who's silently suffering through prostate problems, share this video with him. You might just change his life. Now take a moment to like the video if you haven't already. And be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. If you've already added smarter hydration and that simple 15-minute walk to your routine, I applaud you. You're doing more for your prostate than most men ever will. Now let's talk about the third habit, one that's often ignored, misunderstood, or quietly dismissed. Yet it's one of the most scientifically supported and natural ways to protect your prostate over the long term. It's not a supplement. It's not a new gadget. And no, it's not surgery or medication. It's something most men have done all their lives, but few realize just how powerful it can be for their prostate health and even cancer prevention. That habit? Ejaculation frequency. Now, before you raise an eyebrow, let me assure you, this isn't some myth or locker room rumor. This is coming directly from peer-reviewed medical research, including a major 18-year study from Harvard University, which tracked over 30,000 men and came to a stunning conclusion. Men who reported 21 or more ejaculations per month had up to a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer than those with far fewer. Let that sink in. Not only is this a healthy, natural act, but it may also help protect you from one of the most feared diseases among aging men. The science here is actually quite straightforward. See, the prostate gland produces much of the fluid that makes up semen. When that fluid isn't released regularly, it accumulates. Over time, that stagnation can create an environment more prone to inflammation, oxidative stress, and the buildup of potential toxins or carcinogens. Think of it this way, regular ejaculation is like a detox for the prostate. It clears out old fluid. It flushes the pipes, so to speak. And it promotes a healthier cellular environment inside the gland. This is basic physiology, backed by science. No mystery. No shame. Just biology. But here's what's important to understand. This benefit applies regardless of how ejaculation occurs, whether through intimacy with a partner or through masturbation. From a medical standpoint, it's the act itself that offers the cleansing, not the context. And as a doctor, I want to be clear, this is not about pressuring anyone to pursue a certain kind of lifestyle. It's about awareness. About giving you tools you may not have considered before. In fact, many of my older patients feel a deep sense of embarrassment or hesitation around this topic. Some grew up in cultures or faiths that rarely discussed it. Others assume it's unnecessary at their age. But I'm here to tell you, it's not just natural. It's potentially protective. Now, if you're thinking, Doc, that sounds like a lot, 21 times a month, remember, this isn't a prescription. It's a target, a guideline. Even men who averaged 8 to 12 times per month showed measurable benefits in the Harvard study. It's about consistency, not perfection. And it's not just cancer risk. Regular ejaculation may also help. Reduce pelvic congestion. Ease pressure in the gland. Support better blood flow. Improve mood through endorphin release. Promote better sleep, especially when done in the evening. Yes, something as natural as this can help you sleep better. That means fewer nighttime wake-ups, less stress, and more energy the next day. Now, if you've appreciated this honest, science-backed approach, I'd love it if you hit the like button right now. It shows me that men want this kind of straight talk. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, because I cover everything from prostate health and energy to testosterone, bladder control, and aging well. Also, let me know in the comments, which of these 3 habits surprised you the most? And which one do you plan to start with? Your health isn't something to manage in old age. It's something you can still transform, one smart habit at a time. To your health, your comfort, and your confidence. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.